All right, in this video, we're gonna go through the program benefits. This is everything you get as part of SFA. I just wanna say, I take this very seriously. I take my reputation very seriously. If you're paying for this, I wanna make sure you win. I'm doing everything I can to craft this into a way to make sure you win, as you'll see with all the things that you get. So please, if you're in this program, take advantage of all these things. We're not doing all this to waste your time. We're trying to make sure you can win. Everything here has been built for a reason. So the first thing you get access to is the world-class curriculum, which I just went through in the previous module. It's gonna be the best information laid out the clearest that you've ever watched. So you're all gonna get that. If you're watching this, you get this. Now, the second thing, and this is the most favorite thing that all of our members from the previous 2 cohorts of SFA have loved, it's these 2 group calls. So what do we do on the group calls? They're on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The Tuesday call is primarily focused on live Q&A. Pretty simple, but you can come in and ask literally any question you have. Ideally, these questions are framed to help you, but also everyone in the community at the same time. The Thursday calls are probably the favorite thing that we do the most. And if we get a lot of demand for more of these, I'll add more to the calendar, but these are called hot seat live video reviews. So literally what happens is, and you can look in the replay vault if you want to watch previous versions of this, we pull up a video, we watch it together, and then I just rip it apart. Like change this, change this, change this. Ooh, good idea. That was good. Ooh, do more of this. In 5 minutes, I basically give you more feedback than you could possibly imagine. You can take that and then use that to iterate. It's the fastest way to get better. So we do that as a group so that everyone can see the feedback on everyone else, and it's super helpful. You're gonna love this. Make sure you attend these. So you get access to both of these live calls every single week, as well as the recordings. We've actually gotten feedback that watching the replays of these calls is people's favorite thing. So make sure to check the replay vault if you wanna see all the previous ones that we've done. So that's the second thing you get. The third thing you get is a one-on-one strategy call with me directly. Now, I want to be very clear about this. You have to unlock this call. Everyone gets it as part of the program if you stay in to unlock it, but you have to unlock it. So what do you have to do to unlock it? If you're a beginner, you're going to start with what's called the starter trio, which I'll explain below. So you're going to make 3 videos just to get your feet wet. And then you're going to begin what we call the batch process. So if you're not a beginner, you can skip the trio, but everyone's going to have to do this batch. Every batch is 10 videos. So you're gonna go through the curriculum, you're gonna make your first batch of 10. Then once you make the first batch of 10, you can unlock your call, book it with me. The reason we do it this way is because then when I'm on the call, I can look at the first 10 you've made. I can give you direct feedback on all those 10, but also you'll start to realize if your strategy needs to change as you make videos. And so what we don't want is for you to book the call before you make videos, us use it, then you realize you need to change the strategy and a lot of what we talked about not be helpful. So we found the best time to put this call as early as we can while still letting you make some videos is after the first batch. So I'll talk about in a minute what the sequence of the program is. Start with the trio, then the batch, then the call. I'll talk about that in a second, but just know everybody's gonna get access to this call, but you have to complete your first batch in order to unlock it. And you'll see in the one factor how you can book that. So these are legitimate reps. This is not, I have old videos and I post 10 to get a call. No, this is legitimate, follow the system, make the first batch, and then book the call. So you get that. The next thing you get, as I already mentioned, is discounted access to Sandcastles.ai. This is the best tool in the world for short form. Here's the code. Go ahead and use this code and sign up. You get this code forever. So even after you're done with Short Form Academy, you still get this code and you can get Sandcastles at a discount. That's my gift to you. The fifth thing is the community forum. So you're gonna be able to ask questions to others in the peer group that you're not asking on the live calls. Very helpful. People like doing that as well. The next thing you're gonna get is access to future modules and live workshops as long as you're an active member of SFA. So like I said, we've designed this so it's month to month. If you wanna bounce out, you can. But once you bounce out, you're frozen, you can't rejoin for a year, and you don't get access to any of the future modules or workshops. If you're an active member of SFA, when we do a workshop, and we're planning on doing them about monthly, don't hold me to that. It's gonna be fluid initially, but about monthly, you're gonna get access to those for free. They're included as being a member of SFA if you're active when we launch them. If you're not active, you don't get those for free. Pretty straightforward. Now, the last 2 things in addition to this that you're getting, the first one is the Business Owner Social Media Network. Everyone who's a member of SFA is a business owner. Having that peer group to be able to relay feedback back and forth is super helpful. What I've personally found is the best way to iterate is not necessarily just going from coach to student, but going from peer to coach, right? So you working with other business owners on your own. And then when you come to the calls, you can ask more intelligent questions. That combo is very powerful. So getting access to that network is really great. The last perk of being an SFA is getting special access to book additional one-on-one paid calls with me. So you get one, the strategy audit included. As long as you complete your first batch, you get that call. But in addition, we found a lot of people want to talk to me one-on-one. And so we're making this available. I don't offer these calls at this price anywhere else. I'm giving you direct line to book those paid calls with me. So you don't have to do it, but you can if you want. This is an additional perk that you have. Those are the 8 pieces of this program. Again, we've been doing this for a long time. We've designed this specifically because this is the most efficient way to get you feedback and get you the information so that you can grow as fast as possible. We've designed everything we can so that you can win on social media. Now, the last thing I'll mention in this video before I end it is who to hire. So if you're like me, I quickly realized that I hated video editing. I had to brute force it for my first 300 short form videos, but I hated it every single time I did it. I wanted to quit so bad because I hated the editing. Now, what I needed was editors, and I eventually figured out a way to hire them, to train them, and now I've worked with an editing company very closely where I help place editors for people that are in my programs. So if you want access to the same video editors that I use, you want them trained, you don't want to have to deal with training someone up, this is the best way to do it. It's $3,300 a month. You can apply at this form. We'll have it linked below, and I'll connect you with the CEO. They will take your raw recordings, turn it into a fully polished video ready to go in one iteration. No feedback required from you if you don't want to give it. They will also build you a signature visual style during the onboarding, which is really cool. So if you don't know fonts, colors, typography, you don't know like how you want to lay it out, you just want it to look good, they'll take you through a process to build that visual style, which is very cool. And essentially, this delegates away all the editing for you. About 10 to 30 hours per week, I found. This will delegate that away. So if you want to hire the editor and you want to use the people I use this link. The other thing that would be very helpful to have is a content operator. This is somebody I have as my right hand on my team that handles everything else in the process that's not editing and recording. So I like to think of them as like the quarterback of my content process. Most people call this a head of media or a creative director. I call this a content operator. And basically, he finds ideas, he filters them down, he acts like a collaborator on the front end process. He can also write the scripts, he'll liaise with the editing team, he'll handle the posting and analysis for you. This is someone that you can mold and train around this process. So if you want to hire someone like my guy from the recommended provider that he came from, you're still going to need to install this social media content knowledge in him. He doesn't come pre-installed the way that the editors do. But if you want to work with someone that I have that I trust, I've got a contact for you. So just email me directly if you want to find a content operator and I can hook you up with that company. And really the best way to install that knowledge in him would be to have that person come through this program as well. So we can provide a path for that if you want. Those are really the 2 roles that you would look for if you want to get a lot of this off your plate. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video, what you have access to as part of the program, and then these 2 roles. If you want a direct path to them right away, you've got it. We'll end this video here, and then the next video, I'm going to talk through how we're actually going to sequence this program step by step, so how you're going to step through the whole thing. All right, let's get into that video now.